Welcome to this week's edition of Cinema Corner. I'm Tom Turton, and this, of course, is Charles. We'll see what kind of mood Charles is in today. So how's it going, Charles?
It's going good. We're at the beginning of the year. You know, January is usually a little slow for the box office,
yes.
but we actually are kind of starting off a little strong this year, I'll say. So first up, we have Is This Thing On? So this is an R-rated comedy that centers around Alex and Tess, who are played by Will Arnett and Laura Dern.
All right.
So two
big
stand-up,
stars. Yeah.
So as their marriage unravels, Alex faces middle age and divorce, seeking new purpose in the New York comedy scene. Meanwhile, Tess confronts sacrifices made for their family, forcing them to navigate co-parenting and identities. So it's kind of, a pretty realistic.
Yeah, now I know where the title is. This thing on?
Yeah, for the mic.
And the joke kind of, boom.
Yeah.
This thing on?
Exactly. So, I mean, Arnett and Dern, two big A-listers. But you have some pretty good supporting characters as well. I mean, Bradley Cooper is in this as well.
Cooper's in this?
Cooper's in this.
Okay, those are three A-listers.
Yes. Andrea Day, Sean Hayes has a small role as well.
Okay.
Amy Sedaris. So, some other big names in there as well.
This could be a very funny movie, too.
Yeah. Now, Bradley Cooper actually co-wrote the film with Arnett and then Mark Chaplin, and Cooper also directs this one.
Okay.
So
I like that whole lineup.
yeah, so Cooper started to get in the last few years into directing more. So I think he did very well at this one, in this film. Actually, it is loosely inspired by the life of British comedian John Bishop. So him and Will Arnett met in a canal boat in Amsterdam, and so Arnett was asking him, "How did you get into stand-up comedy?" And so Bishop told him, and Arnett's like, "I want to make a movie out of this."
Okay.
So
you never know when
right?
something like that could happen.
Exactly, and it's it's crazy who you can meet, and then things spiral from that. Not spiral, but go from there. So it is a very good film. It's an easy watch, I will say. It's not fast-paced. It's kind of slower paced, but not in a bad way.
It's no coming of age kind of.
No, it's no coming of age.
Okay, good.
Pretty much.
Then I might see it.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it coming of age. If it's coming of age, it's coming of middle age, I guess.
Okay, because I'm past the age is usually what they say about me.
But it's honestly great to see Arnett take on more dramatic roles,
Okay.
He does very well.
Yes, he does.
You don't think about these comedy actors taking on drama roles, but then when they do, they shine.
Sometimes comedic actors are very good at drama.
It's true.
I mean, you've found it with others.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if this one follows suit.
Yeah. And I mean, Laura Dern, she's great in basically everything she does. So I really like her character. I didn't expect her to be in it as much. For some reason, watching the trailers, I thought it was more centered on Arnett's character. But it's honestly 50-50, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Pretty close to
See,
it.
I would have thought just by the way you explained it, the name of the movie.
Right.
It's going to be more about him. But all right, if
I
there's
mean,
a good balance, that's nice.
It probably leans a little bit more onto Arnett's character story, but Laura also gets pretty good chunk of it.
All right.
And then Bradley Cooper, he kind of plays the comedic relief in a comedy movie.
Really?
Almost, yes.
Okay.
He's kind of this pothead actor.
All right.
Wannabe actor, I guess more.
Okay.
But he's kind of the comedic relief in there, which is kind of funny to have in a comedy.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, just because you're a stand-up comic doesn't mean your life is comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
So worldwide, this has only made $3.5 million. I would almost consider it, though, indie-esque. Even though it has these big names, Cooper directed it, I would almost consider this more indie than mainstream.
All right. Indie can be kind of a feeling, too.
Yeah. So I give it a 4 out of 5. So starting strong for the year.
All right. All right.
So.
That's not an easy number to get from you, though, 4 out of 5.
It depends on the movie.
I know, but I've heard you say 3 out of 5. I've heard a couple of 5 out of 5s.
Couple. Few. Yeah. So.
All right.
But then also, beginning of the year, we usually almost always get a random January horror film.
Yeah.
So we have this R-rated horror film called Primate. So if you've ever wanted an ape as a pet, here's another reason why you should not have an ape as a pet.
I haven't, and you're probably going to tell me the reasons why.
So this follows a group of friends on a tropical vacation in Hawaii as it turns into a terrifying primal tale of horror and survival. So this stars Johnny Sequoia, Jessica Alexandra, and you might recognize this name, Troy Kotzer. He was in 2021's Coda. He was the more recognizable actor to me.
Okay, all right. All right.
Everybody else I didn't recognize as much. Johnny Sequoia, she's been in a little bit more than everybody else on the cast besides Troy. So it's kind of nice to see those smaller actors starting to
Some
get
up and comers.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely think that some of them could definitely be up and comers.
All right.
So when this trailer first dropped for Primate, let me tell you, I was like, this looks like a cheesy, dumb movie. And I was wrong. I actually really liked this. This was a really good January horror film,
Okay.
surprisingly.
Why do you feel that way?
It's very suspenseful, and it'll make you squirm.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you're a fan of horror, you could go either way.
I'm more in the suspense genre,
Yeah.
but a horror film to me is one that is suspenseful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now-
it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Right. Now, I mean, yes, this is suspenseful, but it's also gory, too.
Okay.
So if you're not a fan of gore, you might not overly be a big fan of this. But the thing is, they used practical effects over CGI, which I applaud
Oh.
any and every day, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it looked pretty good for being practical, you know?
Okay.
So, one thing, too, though, you know, you have a chimpanzee as your big bad.
Yeah.
They did not use CGI. They had a guy.
It's a real chimp?
No, it's not a real
okay.
chimp either. No, they had somebody in a costume,
Oh, okay.
but it was also a mix with some animatronics as well.
All right.
So, while that is really, I like that, it was also kind of the one part that I didn't like at the same time because there are, not a whole bunch of, but some scenes where you can tell that it looks very fake, the chimp.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
But I mean, what can you expect from a costume? Yes, the lighting and the angles and everything, they do their best, but there are some times where it slips through.
Okay.
You're like, this looks really fake. So,
But then again, you look at it a different eye as I might look at it.
Yeah.
I might not even see that.
yeah, that's true. I will say, though, when I was watching this, I was like, I'm surprised we haven't had more chimp-related horror movies with the amount of real-life horror stories that are out there from people getting destroyed by chimps.
There's a whole bunch of Planet of the Apes.
But those aren't horror films.
No, they're not horror films, but you know, sometimes you may have. We've had enough chimps, but it is scary. I mean, if it's a horror film, it is scary because we do know the tales of what
Yeah.
they are able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, worldwide, this has made 13.4 million, so pretty good. It's a budget of 24 million, so it's getting there. I gave this a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
So it was a surprise for me. I didn't expect to enjoy this as much as I did.
All right. So it's made more than the. Is this thing on? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is another reason I would almost consider is this thing on indie, though, you know?
Yeah.
So
But it probably had a bigger budget though than the.
I couldn't find the budget for Is
Oh,
This Thing
okay.
On, so I'm not 100% sure.
Their budget may have been in the stars that they had.
I mean, that would probably be my guess, but also too, you know, with it being Bradley Cooper, that was more of the hands-on for that. They might have done it for just, you know,
So
like
we can all do a movie.
like a
together.
group of friends doing
Yes.
a movie. So you never know. But that's what's currently in theaters. There's also Greenland 2 Migration. I never watched the first one, so I didn't go watch that one.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard good things about it. So if you're seen that first one, maybe you want to see the second one. I don't know. But
Yeah, it just depends on how
Yeah.
good the first was. You have anything out streaming or anything this month?
so before streaming, we have what's coming this weekend to the box office.
Oh,
real
okay.
quick.
All right.
So we have the next 28 days later film, 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Right.
So this is the 5th installment in that franchise. It's kind of a sequel to a sequel to a, you know.
Yes.
So, and then we also have Dead Man's Wire. So, but getting to your question about streaming, this Friday we have 3 things coming out.
Oh,
We have The Black Phone 2 hitting Peacock. So another horror film if you're into horror.
yeah.
Then Twinless with Dylan O'Brien and James Sweeney hits Hulu. That was a really good one.
All right.
And then we have a Netflix original film with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon called, I don't know if it's either The Rip or The R.I.P.
Okay.
So I think it's The Rip, but
yeah.
I've seen them kind of promoting
They've
it.
done
but-
some good work together
Oh,
before.
absolutely. I mean, they're like best friends, so.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we have so far for this month going on.
That's not bad for just kind of the middle of the month.
Exactly. It's a surprising premiere of the year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking forward to anything in particular coming up, or are you
There's-
kind of laying low on that?
There's some good ones coming up. I mean, I always love Marvel. We have Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Brand New Day, and then Avengers Doomsday this year.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
right.
we've got a lot of, like, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out, Supergirl.
This could be a good year
So-
for cinema then.
I think it's looking that way. And I mean, you have your hidden gems that are going to pop up as well throughout the year. So
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
There's always one or two that you go, whoa, and
exactly.
the community does at large as well. All right, that kind of wrap it up.
That wraps it up.
That wraps it up for Cinema Corner for this week. See you again next week.